What's going on, YouTube? Adam here. I'm with Tommy,
Hey
and
guys.
today, yes, Tommy's here. Today, we're going to cover the first of our weather teams, and that would be, as you can see, the sun.
Sun teams are one of the most powerful teams because, Sun's very strong, fire type's very strong, and we'll look into what makes them so strong right now.
Yep.
So, as mentioned, fire types get a lot stronger in the sun. The sun up, your damage does an extra 1.5 times damage. That's 50%. That's the same as the stab boost, but you also get your stab boost if you are a fire type. So that can go up to 2.25, which is very strong. Water type moves, they get 50% damage, so a super effective water type move will be neutral effective, essentially. And another really strong thing is that grass types and all types in general, but this is usually for grass types. Solar Beam gets one turn charge, so you have a one turn base 120 grass move. Hits really strong.
Yeah. A lot of grass types, a lot of fire types on it. Now, obviously, you might wonder, you're boosting fire damage, so why would you bring a grass type? Well, a lot of abilities benefit from the sun, most of them being on grass types. You have Chlorophyll, which doubles your speed effectively. That's more than a Choice Scarf can give you. So even if a Pokemon appears to be a little slower, it'll usually outspeed most Pokemon. There's also Leaf Guard. It prevents all status ailments while in the sun. So if you're burned or paralyzed, when you come into the sunshine, those effects will be healed. And at the same time, if those moves are tried to, or those ailments are attempted to be inflicted upon you, like someone tries to Will-O-Wisp you while you're in the sun, Leaf Guard will prevent it. Finally, there's Flower Gift. This is an ability exclusive to Cherim. Your attack and special defense they gain a 50% boost. This applies to not only Cherim, but any allies on the field, so if you're in a double or a triple battle, everyone gets it. This is a very powerful ability. It's essentially an Assault Vest and a Choice Band without the downsides to either of these. Now, while these are all great, you might be wondering, how do you bring the sun?
Well, sun can be brought two main ways. One of them can be used by a large variety of Pokemon, whether you have them as pranksters like Klefki, or maybe just a random Sunkern using Sunny Day. Sunny Day can be brought by a bunch of different things. It lasts for 5 turns, similar to what Drought will do, and they both share in common that if you have a Heat Rock, it lasts 8 turns instead. Drought, it activates upon entry. It interacts with the other weathers, where the last weather to go up is the one that will be up. As mentioned, it's 5 turns unless you have Heat Rock, although it's exclusive to 3 Pokemon: Charizard Y, Ninetales, and Groudon. So if you don't have one of those 3, you're going to have to be looking for Sunny Day users. Okay, so
Now, Tommy just mentioned the last weather to go up is the one that's in effect. The other weathers, especially the ones that are going to threaten your sun, are sand. Sand, like any other weather, if it goes up second, it's going to take an effect. Sand, it cancels out your sun, so your fire type moves are doing less damage. And you also have a lot of powerful rock types running around. Fire's weak to rock, and while yes, grass can hit rock, if your main damage is Solar Beam, you're back to 2-turn charge. The same applies with rain teams. Water type moves are going to be doing extra damage, your fire type moves are doing less damage, and once again, you have powerful water types running around, wreaking havoc all over your fire types.
And another thing to note
Now,
is rain teams, they often carry Ice Beam. So your grass types will not have great times either.
while weather teams are very scary to face in weather wars, there's some other threats too.
I would say one of the biggest threats to these types of teams is speed control in the form of paralysis. So, um, paralysis, it'll basically cripple all of your chlorophyll users because their main gimmick is that they will get that speed boost from the sun, outspeed, and be able to kill almost everything. Well, if they're thunder waved, they no longer outspeed, and then they die. Another thing is your fire types. A lot of them are faster or they're frailer, so you gotta watch out for that. But fire types on the other team, those can really be a problem for you because they get benefit from the sun. So if you're in with your chlorophyll sweeper or your leaf guard, whatever, say you have your grass type in, their fire types get a boost from the sun, and they resist not only your grass, but also your fire. So they can be a bit of a trouble if they have a better fire type. And as what beats most weathers, if you can stall out the weather, then there's usually a lot less that they can do. So anything with like protect can typically try to stall out weather. If you have recovery moves, especially like synthesis, which gains extra healing in the sun, then you can usually outstall. After you stall out the weather, then you capitalize on the fire team having a the common weakness that fire types usually have in the sun. These are the general ways to beat sun teams. There's many ways to do it, but it's kind of hard because sun teams really do cover each other nice with the fire and grass.
Yeah. Weather teams in general are great because they are built to provide great synergy. So when you're team building, look for what's going to benefit from the weather, not just what helps the team in general, but how can you take advantage of the weather? Because there's not much point in bringing, say, Drought Ninetails and then 5 water types. You're not helping yourself there.
So yeah, just be aware when you're building your team. As we kind of alluded to, you want to make sure you have a lot of fire types. You want to make sure you have the grass types to cover the fire types. And it's usually best to have a couple ways to set up the sun. So maybe a drought Pokemon and a sunny day.
Yeah. It all comes with team building, practice, and effectiveness. But
yep. After that, you just want to nuke them with your fire type moves and win games. All right, guys. Yeah. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave comments. If you liked the video, then there's a button for that. If you disliked it, there's a button for that too. Adam, any last words?
Yeah, feedback's appreciated. Hope you guys really do enjoy our stuff, and we'll see you guys when we cover rain.
See you guys. Bye.